All right. Hey, hey, hey. What's up, everybody? We are live. We are live. Oh, I'm so elated. This is going to be phenomenal. I actually have something very special for you guys that we're going to be embarking upon over the next 6 days. Okay. Okay, let's just go ahead and remove that. We'll have to link up with Instagram later. But, so really at the end of the day, when it comes to taking this journey, this entrepreneurial journey, we are going to be having a conversation about fear. I love that this is in October. I'm actually really excited that we are doing this conversation at the beginning of October because, hey, this is spooky season. We are coming into the Halloween months, baby. Halloween month, baby. And this is the spooky season. And so we are going to be talking about fears and how these fears are holding you back from the success in your business. Now, I love having a conversation about many a different things, but particularly one of my favorite things to have a conversation about is money, honey. Okay. But that's not what we're talking about today. We're actually going to be talking about one major fear that may not seem like it to you, but it's holding you back from the bag. It's keeping you from the success and the abundance that you deserve in your business. And so, what fear may I be talking about? The fear of loss of love. Now, it's funny to me because, this is straight out of the Think and Grow Rich book by Napoleon Hill. That book was written many years ago, right? Matter of fact, when I read the first Think and Grow Rich book, it was really hard for me to get through it because it was like, what is this person? And then just the references to women and the references to Black people was just like, I don't know about this book when I first read it. But the more that I stuck with the book, the more that I have enjoyed Think and Grow Rich, the more that I've dived deep into it. And there's actually a Think and Grow Rich, The Black Code, written by Dennis Kimball. So there's multiple variations of the book. But when we think about fear, we don't really realize how fear is holding us back from abundance, how fear is holding us back in our business. And it's funny because even when I wanted to come here and start off with the first one, the first ghost, the first fear, I really wanted to talk about money, but I decided to talk about money tomorrow because today I want to talk about the fears that may not seem like it's something to you. It may be like, really? How is that holding me back? I'm here so I can explain to you how it's holding you back and how you can get through this. So, the fear of loss of love is a fear that comes up when it comes to you and your fear of losing something, losing someone. Maybe you're somebody who's lost a lot of loved ones, or maybe you're someone who's, had dated and had a whole bunch of good times. Hey, how do you get through this? Yes. You've depended upon love when it comes to your life, right? Your livelihood, the people that you love. Let's say you've lost a lot of good friendships, right? And you're like, but I don't understand, how will this fear hold me back? The fear of loss of love is one that will hold you back because that fear has you showing up different for the people that you care about, for the people that you may want to impress, attract, clients, have you, right? And so when you fear losing love, you are desperate. Have you ever been with somebody who was desperate to love you? I mean, and their desperateness was kind of like too much at times. Like, okay, wait, that's a lot. Take it down a notch. You know what I mean? You're trying too hard. Okay. That fear of loss of love makes people show up not as their natural self, but they show up as a self that is desperate. Don't leave me. I don't want you to run away from me. So I'm going to do everything that I need to do to please you. Right? Can I get a witness? Right? Everything to please you. If you've ever been with anybody who you are scared that that person is going to walk away from you, the way you show up is differently because you're scared they're going to leave you. You don't tell them how you really feel. You over here like, I feel this thing in my mind and in my soul, but I can't say nothing because they may leave me. Right. And I've seen it. I've seen it in business 1,000 times because you'll think something about a client or you'll think something and want to say something out of your mouth, but you're so fearful to lose that person, you don't say it. You don't express it and you hold it inside. Okay. There's multiple ways that the fear of loss of love will show up in your business. And another one is you undersell yourself. You aren't charging what you're worth. Because if I charge what I'm worth, I may lose that client. If I charge what I'm worth, I may like literally scare people away from me. Right? Have you ever had something where you wanted to sit up here and put your prices on your website, but you're scared because if I put them there, will nobody show up? Will nobody book the call? So this fear of loss of love holds you back. It holds you back from one, being your authentic self. It holds you back by two, undercharging, not charging what you're really worth. And it's funny to me because when it comes to this fear, I know it well, y'all. I know this fear so well that that's why I had to start with it, because this is one personal to me. The fear of loss of love. If you grew up with parents who you had to justify, y'all know what I'm talking about. You had to be the good. My parents used to say to me all the time, we don't want no bad kids. We only want good little girls and boys in our lives. And so if I was, and that equated to me, if I'm not being a good little perfect girl, I'm going to lose their love. And it showed up in a lot of different ways in my life. Okay. And so it starts with, I'm like, who is this? It starts with, you distracted me, sir. It starts with the fact that you start here. That fear does not have to overcome your life. That fear does not have to keep you charging little itty bitty prices just because you want people to work with you. That fear does not have to keep you not saying anything. Mum's the word. I'm not going to say anything to anybody because I'm scared. What if I lose them? And if you know what I'm talking about, just say it in the chat. Girl, yes, that's me. That's me. I'll be scared. I'll be scared. That fear will keep you from showing up and telling people what you do. I mean, I've done that before. I have been in places and, well, I don't want to scare them away if I, if I tell them too much. If I sit up here and start pitching myself, I may scare people away. They may not want to work with me if I tell them too much about what I do. Right? And so this fear is hindering you. The fear of loss of love. And it's crazy because in the book, Think and Grow Rich, there's so many different ways that it's put. And I think particularly in the book, he's talking about its relationship to relationships. But when I think about relationships, I don't just think about lovers' relationship. I think about all relationships. Your relationship with your clients, your relationship with your customers, your relationship with the people that you hire, your relationship with just, any people that you're collaborating with. If you're scared to lose them and you're not speaking your mind and being your most authentic self, you're going to lose them because you wasn't you anyway. Okay. So this fear holds you back in so many different ways. So I'm not just coming here to talk about the fear. We are coming here to also talk about how to overcome the fear of loss of love. And so the number one thing, like I said, and like I stated from the beginning, it starts within you. Recognize your worth. Know that you are worthy and deserving because you are you. You ain't got to do nothing extra or special. Just show up as yourself. You're a gift. And let me take this a step further, right? You're a gift. If you don't realize what a gift you are, I want you to sit down and take a moment and really think about it. Think about the value that you provide to the people around you, the friends, the family, the loved one. Think about the value that you give them. And I want to say thank you, Jessica777. I appreciate all the hearts, boo-boo. I see you. But think about all the value that you give to the world, right? Constantly. And it could be any little thing. You could be sitting up here thinking, well, the other day my girlfriend called me and I calmed her down. Value. Right? Ooh, this person was walking down the street and I complimented them because I just love their shoes. Value. Think about all the value that you provide to the world and say, hey, I'm worthy. I'm worthy because I am. I'm here because I am, and I'm worthy. And this worthiness, it doesn't have to be, I'm worthy because I did this. Let's be honest. You're worthy just because your first name, last name, period. There's nothing else that makes you worthy. But if you feel like you have to put an accolade to it, I'm with you. I'm all about celebrating all wins. So think about everything that you've done, how you've loved on others, how you've been such a vibrant person in your community. You're worthy of all love, all of it from everybody. And if somebody's not giving it to you, that doesn't make you not worthy. That just means that they're not here to love you right now in this time. They're just not here to love you. But there are so many others out there who are ready to do it. So it's the fear of the loss of it. Be grateful for all of it. Every loving piece that you receive, and know that you're worthy to receive massive amounts of love because you are you. Period. Right? So just know you're worthy. This is how we get over it. And another way to know you're worthy, and this is the thing for me, and it's a big thing for me, and I talk about it all the time. And if you've been here and you've listened to any live that I've ever done, you know that this is something that I talk about all the time. Affirmations. If you want to know that you're worthy, affirmations. That I am statement is the statement that opens up doors. It opens up roads. It opens up so much for you. But the thing about it is, so many of my affirmations ain't working. Yeah, that right there will stop you every time. Affirm your greatness. Affirm your fabulousness. If you're worried about losing love, say, I attract all the right people at the right time who love me fully, wholly, and completely. Whoa, I felt that in my soul. I attract the right people at the right time. And that could be you hiring the right people at the right time. That could be you getting the clients, the right people at the right time. I attract the right people at the right time who love me fully and wholly. If you want to recognize your worth, affirm it daily. Okay. And so the next step that I want you to do is embrace your authenticity. Ain't nobody like you. Oh, baby, ain't nobody like you. I don't know if my friend Dr. Pride is still here, but ain't nobody like Dr. Pride, baby. She is one in a million. And let me tell you, when she shows up authentically her. And so the next way to beat the fear of loss of love is just be wholly you. All of you. And if somebody doesn't like it, they can go ahead and babu. But let's have a reality moment. Your authentic, awesome, all of you is going to attract all the people who want to love on you, be with you, support you, cheer you on. I'm going to tell you, I got a group of people who love and support me and cheer me on, and they ain't my family members. They are not even my family members. You here now, you guys, we're not related, and you're here because you love to be with me. And I just show up as me. I get more people that tell me, Jackie, your energy. I don't know how to turn it off. I've been like this all my life. This is me authentically. You can hang out with me in the streets and you gonna see me being just like this. Okay. Straight up. Authentically. But when you show up authentically, it took me a long time to get here. I was at work. I was just talking about this today on Clubhouse. God, you so good. I was at work and I had a boss tell me, Jackie, you too loud. You're too loud. You be talking to your neighbors. They can't work and focus because you're so loud. I'm like, well, why my neighbors talking back to me then? I mean, that's the question, right? But I kept showing up and I would get in trouble for it. I would lose awards and stuff like that for it. So it made me want to calm it down and dim my light and hush my mouth because I got scared. But at the end of the day, me showing up as my authentic self in a space where I'm following my passion and doing the things that set my soul on fire, it is rewarded. It is, oh my gosh, it is just loved upon in such a way. And I'm attracting a tribe of people who are authentically similar to me. And I always say this, oh, you're my tribe. People who like glitter, you're my tribe. People who like cheetah, you're my tribe. People who like to just laugh and have a good time at nothing, you're my tribe. People who like to meditate, my tribe. And so the more that I find out the things that are authentically, beautifully me and show up in that manner, the more that I attract those type of people. So I say all that to you to say this: be authentically you. You won't have to worry about losing love, because everybody who is like you gonna love you and be with you and rock with you. So, and that goes for your clients. When you show up as your authentic self, because again, you go, everybody know Jackie like talking money. So when you show up as your authentic self, you're showing up as you, and the people who resonate with that. Sorry, y'all. Call her back. The people who resonate with that are going to buy from you. The people who resonate with that are going to sign up with you. The people who resonate with that are going to be like, "Ooh, girl, I like you." Because I'm gonna tell y'all right now, right? Business, we talking business. There's a lot of different platforms out there right now. A lot of different platforms when it comes to CRM, right? Your customer, y'all, anyway, CRMs. There's a lot of different platforms. And I could sign up for all of them. And there's even one that was just pitched to me recently that was $20 cheaper than the one I have, right? But the one I have is more like me than any of the ones I've ever seen, right? We're talking about fancy templates. We're talking about just there's so many features to it that is more like me. And so that's what I'm saying. When you are authentically yourself, you attract the clients that need what you have, the services that you provide. They need you to be you, because if you're not you, they're not going to find what they're looking for. We need you to show up as your authentic self. And so the fear of loss of love, right? Love from a client is going to hold you back from being you. So when you knock that out and show up authentically as you, you will be surprised what you attract. You will be surprised who shows up and wants to work with you. You will be surprised the amount of money that you make. Woo! This is so exciting. So that was number 2. So number 1, recognize your worth. Number 2, embrace your authenticity. Number 3, hunty. Find support. Find people to help you through this. You know what I mean? If you have any real fears that are holding you back, it is about having a tribe of people. I was going to say a tribe of sisters, because to me, again, I love helping female entrepreneurs. So it is about having a tribe of people that you can band with. And if they ever hear you saying, "Oh, well, I had to give it away for free because I was afraid that I was going to lose that client," that tribe will be like, "Girl, skirt, skirt. You know what you're worth. You're valuable because this part of your product, this part of your product, this part of your product, and hell, girl, you're just valuable because you're you." And so that's what I'm saying. You seek help, seek people who are going to love you, lift you up, seek a community of people who, again, like I said at the beginning, they're like you. We vibe, we go together because we are similar. I didn't notice that I needed a tribe full of other female entrepreneurs to rock with until I started finding a tribe full of female entrepreneurs that I rocked with. I didn't even know I needed them. Oh, I didn't know I needed them, especially on the days where people are telling me I can't. Especially on the days where people don't understand the dream. Especially on the days where I'm over here trying to invest in my business and people looking at me crazy like, "Girl, why are you putting money in that?" I'm saying I didn't know I needed this tribe of people to band with me until I had the tribe of people. So get the tribe of people who are going to cheer you on, who are going to love you, who are going to support you, who aren't going to knock down your dream because they don't understand it. And that'll keep that's going to combat that fear of loss of love, because you're going to have your people that you could talk to and be like, "Girl, let me tell you what happened to me today. Girl, I done hired this VA, blah, blah, blah." Or somebody will be like, "Girl, go to this service, hire these people. They're the bomb. Girl, you should try this. This is going to work out for you. I know your business. This is going to help you soar." So the fear of loss of love is one that it doesn't seem like it'll hinder you in your business, but it will hinder you in your business. Okay. Because what it's doing is it's keeping you from showing up as your authentic self. It's keeping you from really just putting yourself out there the way you should be. I'm gonna tell y'all. Let me tell this little story real quick because I love storytelling, so I'm so sorry. But I'm gonna tell y'all this story real quick, right? So I went to a Halloween party. I wasn't even gonna go. I was tired. I got invited by my daughter's friends, mom, and we were just gonna go. It's a little kids party, and my daughter was a couple years older than the little girl, so I was kind of like, do we really need to go? But I was like, you know what? Let's go to this kids party. So we go. I'm dressed up. She's dressed up. My mama's dressed up. We all go to the party, and we get to the party. And, there's not a lot of people to talk to. My daughter goes off and plays with the little girl. I don't really know anybody. So I'm just walking around making conversation with people, eating at the snacks, taking pictures, doing my thing. And I run into this lady. And normally I tell people, what job I do. Oh, yeah, this is my regular employed job, right? My 9 to 5. This is my 9 to 5. This is what I do. But not today, not that day. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was because I was in a Halloween costume and I felt like somebody else. I don't know what it was, but I decided to say something different. And so at the Halloween party, I said, well, I'm a money mindset coach. That was the first time I tried it on for size. I had to see how it fit, like a good pair of shoes. Does this fit all right? I'm a money mindset coach is what I said. And I said, and so she was like, money mindset. Wow, that's interesting. And so we started vibing and talking. Would you know that woman asked me to be on her podcast? I was the first episode on her podcast. Would you believe that I linked up with those two ladies after that, fell in love with them? They fell in love with me. We in love with each other, right? Like I said, like mine, I was meeting the right people just because I opened my mouth and was authentically me. And so I said, we did the podcast together. They love me. I love them. Do you know that I now do retreats with these women quarterly? Retreats quarterly, me and these ladies. All because I opened up my mouth and was authentically me. And so that's what I'm saying. This fear of loss of love, it holds you back in a way where you won't say things like that. Because if I talk about my business too much, I might scare somebody away. Now I went ahead and said, girl, I'm a money mindset coach. Preached about it, told her, gave her some advice. And like I said, we talk about lifelong friends. We're going to be friends for life. We are running. We got another retreat coming up soon. Y'all going to hear me talk about it soon. But we're going to be doing a vision board retreat, right? A vision board retreat in person. And this all started because I opened my mouth. And oh my God, you guys, to top it all off, this was last Halloween. This was just a year ago, okay? Because I opened up my mouth. I've already had 2 retreats with these women, was on their podcast, and we already planning the next one. And we've already made the retreats profitable at this point, okay? So I'm saying all that to say this. Open your mouth. Be authentically you. The world wants you to show up as your most authentic self. They need you to show up as your most authentic self. They want you to show up as your most authentic self. The more that you stop fearing anything, but today we're specifically talking about the loss of love, the more that you stop fearing losing people because you're being you, the more that you are going to attract the right people who need to be around you. The more that you're going to attract the right people who want what you got, who are going to purchase what you're selling, right? Like I said, I love talking money and business, so that's what we're here to talk about too. But I'm mainly telling you, show up authentically as yourself. We need you. And the more that you do, the more that people are going to show up and show out in your life. Whoa, this is good, baby. This is good. So I'm so elated. We are going to be doing this for the next 6 days because I want to talk about all the ghosts of fears, all of the ghosts. And it's straight out of the Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich book, The 6 Ghosts of Fears. Now, I'm going to be real with y'all. The book doesn't talk about it like this. The book is not going to break it down like this. You may go say, well, let me go pick up this book and go to read. I can even tell you, I think it's chapter 12 or 13. I'll tell you what chapter it is, but it ain't going to read to you the way I'm going to explain it to you. Okay. So even if you go read it, I encourage you to read it. I love the book. It's one of my favorite books. Matter of fact, this is what I give out to my coaching clients in their box that they get from me once they sign up. I give out Think and Grow Rich as the book, as one of my books. But I'm telling you right now, the way that we're going to be talking about this over the next 6 days is a way that you will never hear it anywhere else. Because again, I'm showing up authentically as me. Right? And so I want to continue to have this conversation. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking about the fear of poverty. That's a big one. I'm going to try to come a little earlier tomorrow because I'm supposed to be here at 5, but again, my life be life and so many things come up. So I didn't make it at 5, but I will be back in the evening again tomorrow. Let's have another tantalizing conversation about these 6 ghosts of fear. Tomorrow, it's going to be the fear of poverty. Do not miss it. It will be the bomb. If you're here on TikTok, as we know, there are no replays. So here on TikTok, all I'm going to say is I'm going to try to post some of the clips after we do that the next day, just in case you miss me live tomorrow. But please try to join me live. It is going to be the bomb. The 6 ghosts of fear. Fear of poverty is one that really knocks you in your tail. I mean, it just knocks you in your back. You'd be like, ah! So we're going to talk about it. And I'm going to tell you how to overcome it, okay, tomorrow. So love you all. Like, share. If you're not following me, follow me. Tell a friend if you got a female entrepreneur friend that you know is struggling, trying to make money in their business, and they're like, what is happening? Tell them, hey, Coach Jackie got your back. And remember, I love you all. I hope you have the best night ever. And I will be back tomorrow. And I will be going live over the weekend. Yeah, straight up. We're going to be having this conversation throughout the weekend because, you know, let's come in Monday hot. Okay, we're going to come in hot. Ready to take on the world. All right. And then, matter of fact, next week, we're going to be starting a whole series of shifting, how to shift your mindset. And I think I have about 12 shifts that we're going to be doing here together. So love you. Stay tuned. See y'all later. Have a good night. Bye-bye.